Okay, so we are moving on to lesson 1.7. There are only 2 more after this, so that's pretty exciting. And this lesson is all about market research. So the learning target, is to explain the importance of market research. So market research is the process of systematically collecting, recording, analyzing, and presenting data related to marketing goods and services. So marketing research creates an opportunity for companies to get to know their customers, provides relevant information needed, or solves a problem to inform decision in the sports business, and it enhances the body of knowledge in sports marketing as a field of study. So market research gathers information on a bunch of different things. All of those included is like the consumer, so who the company is trying to get to consume their product, the competition, the company itself, as well as culture and climate. So then that information is used to form links between consumers and the company. It helps to identify and define marketing opportunities, problems, strengths, and threats. Those are also called a SWOT analysis, which we will get into at a later time. Then it helps to generate, refine, evaluate, and monitor marketing activities, as well as analyze and understand the company, its industry, as well as its competition. So the steps in the research process then are to 1, identify the problem, concern, or additional desired information to be gathered. So essentially identify the problem. Then the second step is to select and design the research. There are different ways that you can go about researching. One way is like a survey. Another could be like a focus group. So figuring out what type of research you want to do and then design it based off of that. The third step then is to report and analyze. So generate a report and analyze what that data means. Step 4 is to communicate the results of the research. So despite, this is an example, sorry. So despite an already solid attendance track record in which the team has led the league in attendance in all 11 years of existence, drawing nearly 5 million fans to date, Minor League Baseball's Lakewood Blue Claws decided to cap attendance at 8,000 fans per game based on feedback from fans during focus groups that large crowds were negatively impacting the game day experience. So that helps to strengthen their relationship with their consumers because it's making game day enjoyable again. So they got that feedback and adjusted appropriately. There are different types of research. The first type then is primary research, which I'm sure that you've heard about this before in like English class. But this is the original research conducted for a specific marketing marketing situation. So that could be, again, surveys, direct mailers, having a telephone interview, just having an interview in person, focus groups. So all those we're getting data from the source. So it is the original research. You're not using like past experiences or other people's research like your competitions to be able to figure out your own. That would be secondary research. So that is research that's already published, so published data that has been collected for some other purpose. Some popular ones of that then is like census reports, different demographic analysis, trade associations, state agencies, commercial research firms. So all of those would have that secondary research, all of that published data already available, so it's not necessary to do your own research. So, getting further into market research, a sample is a method used for accumulating statistical information that is only obtained from a subset of a population. So it's just a portion of the population that you want to get information from. So it's a sample. And a census is a method used for obtaining statistical information that counts every member of a population. It is much easier to do a sample than a census because a census is literally getting every single person that would be affected by this. So it's much easier to get a sample, and that represents the census. So the latest U.S. Census results showed an increase in the nation's Hispanic population of 43% since 2000. So it's 4 times the nation's overall 9.7% growth rate. As such, the sports and entertainment industry has seen a boom in the number of marketing initiatives towards the Hispanic audience. So a census again, so that was the whole US that generated all of those results. So that's looking at the nation overall. Also, according to census data, more than 10% of the overall population in the Phoenix area is Hispanic with the age range of 18 to 34, which is one of the largest ratios in the country. So based on that information, the Arizona Diamondbacks adjusted how they market to those prospective ticket buyers after an off-season study that indicated the team's Hispanic fans preferred ticket sections or package options that were different than the general market. There are also different types of data that you can get from doing your research. So there's quantitative research data, and that is generally gathered in the form of focus groups. And groups are generally 6 to 10 respondents who carry on a group decision, which is led by a trained moderator. It could also be in-depth one-on-one interviews or two-on-one interviews. And then there's also qualitative research data, and that typically involves large numbers of respondents, typically 100 or more, and it yields results that are representative of the total population. All right, so then emerging industry trends, such as the growth of the tablet use among consumers as a means for accessing entertainment content. In 2013, Samsung revealed that based on research from the Nielsen Company, 85% of tablet users watch TV while using their tablet, with 41% doing so every single day. So basically what that's saying is that many people are watching TV and then have something on their tablet as well. It could also mean that they're actually physically watching TV on their tablet. Since Apple launched the iPad in 2010, the global sales volume of tablet PCs has been increasing rapidly. From 2010 to 2013, the global sales volume increased by 6.6 times, from 19.4 million units to 128.3 million units. By the end of 2014, the global sales volume increased to nearly 240 million, which is higher than the estimated shipments of laptops, and that is 207 million units. Based on study results by Scarborough Sports Marketing, which is a research firm, U.S. consumers have typically shown unwavering support for the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, college football and college basketball, NASCAR, and the Olympics. 53% of American adults are avid fans of at least one of those sports. However, after these traditionally supported fan favorites, the list includes sports like figure skating, gymnastics, men's golf, high school sports,